Have you ever experienced a moment where you should have died? Maybe it was a car accident where the metal twisted around you, but you walked away without a scratch. Maybe it was a childhood fall, a sickness that vanished overnight, or a gun that jammed. You felt that rush of adrenaline, the cold sweat. You told your friends, "I was lucky. Someone was watching over me." But I need you to listen very carefully, because what I am about to tell you is not spiritual. It is not religious. It is mathematical. You were not lucky. You did not survive because of fate. In fact, in almost every other version of reality, you didn't survive at all. You died. Your heart stopped. Your brain ceased electrical activity. Your family buried you. The world moved on without you. But you, the conscious observer behind your eyes, you are still here. What? Because of a terrifying flaw in the laws of quantum mechanics. A flaw that suggests that consciousness is a trap. You see, you cannot experience nothingness. You cannot be present for your own absence. So, when death comes, when the probability of survival drops to 0.00001%, your consciousness is forced by the laws of physics to slide into that tiny sliver of probability where you live. It happens instantly, seamlessly. You don't notice the shift. You just think you got lucky. But luck runs out. Mathematics does not. Welcome to the theory of quantum immortality. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you will wish it wasn't true. To understand why you are trapped, we have to look at the many worlds interpretation of quantum physics. Imagine a trigger, a mechanism connected to a radioactive particle. If the particle decays, the gun fires. If it doesn't, silence. It is a 50-50 chance. You sit in the chair. You pull the trigger. According to quantum mechanics, the universe splits in two. In universe A, the gun fires. You are dead. In universe B, the gun clicks. You are alive. Here is the horror. You, the observer, can never find yourself in universe A. It is physically impossible to observe a universe where you do not exist. So, from your perspective, the gun will just click. Again, and again, and again. You could pull that trigger a billion times. The gun will jam a billion times. Not because you are immortal in the Superman sense, but because your consciousness is filtered out of every timeline where you die. This sounds like a superpower, doesn't it? Who wouldn't want to live forever? But apply this to biology. Apply this to the brutal reality of the human body. Quantum immortality doesn't keep you young. It doesn't heal your wounds. It doesn't stop the pain. It only stops the off switch. Think about it. You get into a high-speed crash. In most timelines, you die instantly. No pain, just peace. But your consciousness cannot go there. So you wake up in the timeline where you survived, but you are paralyzed. You are in agony. You are broken, but you are conscious. You get a terminal illness. The doctors give you 3 months. 3 months pass, then 6, then a year. Your body is failing. You are suffering. You beg for the end. But every time your heart tries to stop, there is a quantum fluctuation, a tiny statistical miracle that keeps the blood pumping for 1 more second, and another, and another. Let's fast forward. The year is 2150. You are roughly 150 years old. Your friends, your spouse, your children, they have all died in your timeline. They were lucky. They got to exit the simulation, but you remain. Your biology is a disaster. Your skin is paper thin. Your bones are dust. Your mind is a fog of dementia and confusion. Functionally, you should be dead. But statistically, there is always that one single, improbable timeline where life support technology keeps you going, where a new experimental drug keeps your neurons firing. You are trapped in a decaying cage. You try to scream, but your vocal cords dried up decades ago. You try to close your eyes and let go, but the quantum filter forces you to open them again. This is the true curse. Death is not an enemy. Death is a biological necessity. It is the reset button. It is the rest at the end of a long marathon. Quantum immortality steals that rest from you. And it gets worse, because eventually humanity will end, whether by nuclear war, asteroid impact, or climate collapse. Civilization will be wiped out. Billions will perish in an instant. The lucky ones will vaporize. But you? In the nanosecond of the explosion, the universe splits. In 99.9% of realities, you are vaporized. But your consciousness is pushed into the 0.01% reality where you were in a deep bunker, or where the bomb was a dud. You walk out into the wasteland. Ash falls like snow. You are the last human. Not because you are strong, not because you are smart, but because you are cursed to observe the universe. But there is a side effect, a glitch in the system that no one talks about. As you slide from one reality to another, as you dodge death over and over again, your mind starts to fragment. You see, the human brain isn't designed to process multiple timelines. It isn't designed to remember a death that technically never happened. But the memory remains, like a ghost file on a corrupted hard drive. This is what we call déjà vu. It's not a brain error. It's an echo. It's the sensation of a car crash that killed you in Universe A bleeding into your subconscious in Universe B. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, your heart pounding, feeling like you were falling? Like you just hit the ground? That wasn't a dream. That was you, dying in a parallel timeline, and snapping awake in this one. And it gets worse. The more you jump, the more the world changes. Small details don't match up anymore. A logo changes color. A celebrity you thought was dead is alive. A movie line is different than you remember. We joke about the Mandela effect. We make memes about it. But it's not funny. It is evidence. It is proof that you have strayed so far from your original timeline that reality itself is starting to look unfamiliar. You are a traveler who has lost his map. You are walking through a house that looks like yours with a family that looks like yours, but deep down you feel like an imposter. Because you are. You are a refugee from a dead world, hiding in a reality that doesn't belong to you. And the more you survive, the more alien this world becomes. Now we approach the ultimate horror, the scale of time that the human brain refuses to comprehend. Millions of years pass. The sun expands, swallowing the earth. In a normal universe, you would have burned. But remember the rule: you cannot observe your own death. Maybe alien intelligence has picked you up. Maybe you are floating in a stasis pod, preserved as a biological curiosity. Your body is gone, replaced by machines, or perhaps you are just a brain in a jar, wired into a computer that won't shut down. The stars begin to die. One by one, the lights of the universe go out. The era of starlight ends. The universe enters the black era. Protons begin to decay. Black holes evaporate. The temperature drops to absolute zero. There is nothing left. No light, no sound, no matter. Just the void. And a solitary point of consciousness floating in infinite darkness. Unable to see because there is no light. Unable to hear because there is no air. But still able to think. I am still here. Why won't it stop? Eternity is a long time, especially towards the end. You will spend trillions of years alone with your own thoughts, replaying memories of a life that ended eons ago. You will go mad, and then you will become sane again, and then mad again, 1,000,000 times over. You will become the god of a dead universe, praying for a death that physics has forbidden. And there is one final, crushing realization before we end. If you are the center of the universe, if your observation is what keeps reality alive, then what are the other people? Your wife, your husband, your children? Are they conscious observers like you, or are they just projections? Quantum mechanics suggests that the observer determines reality. If you are the only one who must survive in your timeline, then perhaps you are the only one who is truly real. Everyone else, everyone you have ever loved, might just be scenery, background noise. Simulation code generated to keep you entertained while you float through eternity. You are not just trapped in time. You are trapped in a mirror maze. Everywhere you look, you are not seeing others. You are only seeing reflections of your own mind. You are the prisoner, and you are also the warden. So, as you sit there watching this screen, Ask yourself one question. Why do you feel like the main character of your life? Why, despite all the close calls, the accidents, the pandemics, the dangers, are you the one who is still here? Have you noticed that time seems to be moving faster? That the world feels slightly unreal? Like a dream that is lasting too long? Some call it the Mandela effect. Others call it derealization. But maybe, just maybe, it's the side effect of shifting realities too many times. Look at your hands. Are you sure this is the timeline you started in? Or are you just the leftovers? The statistical anomaly that refused to die in 1,000 other universes? I hope for your sake that I am wrong. I hope that when your time comes, the screen goes black and the credits roll. Because if I am right, if quantum immortality is real, then I have bad news for you, my friend. You are never leaving this room.